Hello and glad to know you are tuned into Signature Television. This is a Signature Sport. It is a flagship sports show on Signature Television where we get to connect you with all the trending sports stories making round in your ever exciting, busy world of sport. My name is Franklin Imuna, your host, and on the show today we've got stories for you from the local scene as well as the foreign scene. Good news for Team Nigeria under 17 women's national team, the Flamingos, as they have now registered their presence in the quarterfinals of the ongoing under 17 women's World Cup. And from the camp of Kano Pillars, it is not cheering news at all as the team was involved in a ghastly motor accident. We will be keeping you up to speed with the latest all the way from Kano Pillars and of course the latest in the world of the UEFA Champions League. We have a new world number one in the women's tennis as well as a boxer who has come out of retirement and is set to take on the Iron Mike Tyson. All these and many more loading on the show today, and I will also be taking you far away to the land where it is raining. Goals and more goals. Don't move a muscle. Signature Sport returns after this short time out. And this is a Signature Sport. Welcome back, and it is a game on. The game is officially on as we take you to the Nigerian National Stadium right here in Abuja, the Moshood Abiola Stadium, precisely the Package B, where it was all about the Nigerian Taekwondo Federation games that went down as it concluded yesterday. But before then, one man joins me on the show live. He goes by the name Mr. Jeffrey Obrigado, a well-known sport journalist, sport analyst on the show, but this time he joins me live on Zoom. Good morning, Mr. Jeffrey. Always a pleasure having you to join me to talk sport on Signature Television.
Good morning, the greatest of all time, Uncle Fineboy. You're always the man of the day and the man of the moment. It's good to join you always. I'm always available for you, sir.
All right, quickly, Mr. Jeffrey, let's talk some taekwondo sport. It was all about the Nigerian Taekwondo Federation over the weekend, as well as the early hours of yesterday, where the Korean ambassador in the person of His Excellency Kim Pank-hyuk, who applauded the Nigerian Taekwondo Federation for a 12th edition championship that was concluded yesterday. It was a colorful event where His Excellency Kim Pank-hyuk gave a well-resounded speech to not only the Nigerian Taekwondo Federation but also the African Taekwondo Union. Mr. Jeffrey, tell us what you think about the competition. It was really eventful with grassroots of fighters being discovered as well as new talent.
It's a means it's a means of exploring talent from Nigeria, and Taekwondo is one of the most important sports when it comes to the grassroots sport in the country, and it's the partnership between Nigeria and Korea is been a very healthy partnership, and it's a means of improving our young talent, exploring them into the next phase of professionalism in Taekwondo sport, and it will help in creating more job employment for Nigeria, and it will help in giving us the nitty-gritty of how an elite Taekwondo profession is being looked at. And South Korea has been one of the places of Taekwondo, and they have the expertise to help in promoting and improving not only in Nigeria but in Africa in general.
Of course, the Nigerian president of the Nigerian Taekwondo Federation in the person of Abdullahi Saidu Baba, who was ably represented by his vice president in the person of Chief Jonathan Naji. He actually commended the sponsors as well as those that partook in the tournament. And of course, the African Taekwondo Union president was also there at the event, and everybody gave a thumbs up on the organization, as well as trying to make sure that the Taekwondo Federation, not only in Nigeria but also in Africa, will get its much needed attention. Mr. Jeffrey, you have been a journalist who have covered a sport, not only football but also Taekwondo, basketball, volleyball, and what have you. Do you see Taekwondo as a gold medalist, or better still, as a medal hopeful sport come the next Olympic?
Definitely, we have talented taekwondo young juveniles that are ready to deliver when it comes to the sport. If you check our history when it comes to taekwondo in Africa, we are one of the best and the finest in Africa. So I'm seeing in the next generation, in the next few years, with this partnership, it will help in rejuvenating the urge and the belief and the consistency in furthering our taekwondo expertise when it comes to the younger generation into the world. I'm telling you, taekwondo is a sport that is very good and lucrative for the younger generation, because you need strength, you need discipline, you need you need so much in the sport. So with this partnership, it will give and bring exposure into the younger generation that are trying to explore into the field and the sport play of taekwondo. So it's a good one for Nigeria and in Africa in general. Partner with the best in the world when it comes to taekwondo sport and help in giving an expertise in the level of this sport, and it will help us to get more youths that can be able to come out from unemployment and all those of you, and it will help Nigeria in general to push this sport to the next level. And I believe taekwondo will bring more gold medals when it comes to international tournament and in the Olympic in future.
Hopefully, that is the dream of the ambassadors as well as the president of the Nigerian Taekwondo Federation. And away from Taekwondo, let's move over now to the king of sport, football. But this time, let's talk local sport, especially from Kano State, where we hear that Kano Pillars under 19 football club was involved in a ghastly motor accident. Thankfully, no fatality was recorded, but as we speak, the players are currently in the hospital where they are receiving treatment. According to the media officer of the under-19 football club of Kano Pillars, he has come out to say that no player was recorded dead, but rather they were injured and they are receiving treatment. Mr. Jeffrey, another sad news, especially from our club footballers journeying by road.
You understand, first of all, we give God praise. We give them all the praise to God that nobody is no loss of life or no casualties. We give God the thanks and the glory, because it's not easy driving in the road of Nigeria. You know the nitty gritty, you know the menace, you know the hoodlum, the hitches and the ditches when you are passing through the road and plying the road of Nigeria. It's not easy for these players. It's really not easy for the preparation of each players, not only for the under-19 aspects, but for the other league players. It's not easy. We've been having series of accidents when it comes to plying the trade or trying to go to another state to play matches, and the roads are not good. And you know, in this, and when we're talking about grassroots sport and we're talking about our league, we need finance so that these players can be able to be given a ride, like flying them from one state to another. But the process in Nigeria is so difficult. You understand? So, but my only grace and happiness is that these players are well saved and they are saved. They are not injured. They are not going through casualties or loss, and we give God the thanks. But Nigeria need to put and push a look into transportation when it comes to playing interstate. Going for interstate matches is not easy. We've had the issue whereby a coach died the other time when a team is trying to go to another state for a match or coming back from a match. This is a consistent base and consistent news in the Nigerian football. We don't have road, and you cannot blame the NFF or you blame anybody. This is a federal government issue. The roads are bad. And what we are going to do is for investors to come in so that they can be able to fly players from one state to play match to another state. I just pray they look into it because the casualties are getting much badder and badder every time. If I use the word badder, because it's just getting me so upset. It's getting so worse because every time you're going to play match, you are scared of your life because you don't know what's going to happen. You're trying to meet up for a game and you get bad roads. These players' preparation are being diminished because you get hoodlump and a lot of potholes. Your body will be paining you. And once these players are trying to play matches, they cannot be giving you their full detail and their full exploit in the game. So they need to look into this aspect of transportation, whereby we have sponsors that can come in and be taking care of this issue, whereby a team is going to play for an interstate match. They try to sort out the bills when it transportation using the flights, taking these players, giving them comfortability so that they can be able to deliver. This is getting messier. I'm telling you, it's getting messier because before you know now, you start hearing a lot of accidents taking lives, and it's not easy. These players have family, and it's really, really, really need to be put into consideration. I just hope the NFF will try to bring in a such scheme whereby they can be able to look into the welfare of these players and the transportation of these players.
All right, Mr. Jeffrey, from the sound of your voice, you sound really, really worried, pain and concern for these players. Actually, the under-19 team of Canopilas, we are on the way to the new Jos Township Stadium to go take on Plateau United under-19 team when they were involved in that accident. We continue to keep you up to speed with the latest from Canopilas. And away from that, let's move over now to the Super Falcons, where coach Justine Madugu was filled with so much excitement, having a full squad to train with against Algeria as the game is built for this weekend in an international friendly. The likes of Chiamaka Nadozie, the goalkeeper of the Super Falcons, Captain Rashidat Ajibade, well known as Mommy Gio, not forgetting Gift Monday. We are all present in the first training for the Super Falcons, coached by Justine Madugu. The players are well excited. Mr. Jeffrey, good to know that the entire squad, they are currently in camp. How excited are you as they will take on Algeria in an international friendly?
I told you before, these players are happy. They are excited to play with this coach. You understand? It's like a relief for them. It's like you are trying to liberate them from what they are passing through for a long period of time. A lot of have been into those the low space and cadre because they cannot be able to communicate their feelings. This is an exciting news for this play, and you can see the promptness. You can see the urgency of them coming into the camp. The excitement, the everything that you think about when you come to the camp is being seen, and it's a good one for the NFL because kudos to them for giving these players what they really demand and ask for, and I believe they are going to fly in this match against Algeria.
The team's spirit is really high, and the players have promised that they will get the job done over 2 legs against Algeria. We continue to drum out our own support to the coach as well as the team. Mr. Jeffrey, let's move over now to the under-17 women's national team, the Flamingo, as they sealed 100% record in the group stage in the ongoing under-17 women's World Cup tournament, currently going down in the Dominican Republic. They took on the host nation early hours of this morning, and in the 89th minute, it was Mashoud that got the lone goal for coach Olowogeri Bankole's team to bring the scoreline to just a goal. How excited are you? In the first leg, it was a 4-1 win. Second game, it was a 4-0 thumping against Ecuador, and just yesterday, a 1-0 win in that game. 9 goals scored, 3 goals conceded. The team, just 1 goal conceded, I beg your pardon. The team looks good in the quarterfinals.
exceptionally talented players. Chidi is there, Moshood is there. You know, Chidi was the revelation in the qualifiers in the tournament in Africa, and I can see Moshood is stepping up into her game. She has 4 goals. It's an exceptional team. I told you earlier, before the tournament, that these girls are going to make us proud. I'm seeing a semi-final spot for these ladies and this young juvenile. They are beautiful. And the coach is doing a great job, because this is showing that there's a harmony between the squad and there's an understanding. This is what I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to talk about, because when set players go for a tournament, they go for a major tournament, they take the same players to another tournament. You see the consistency in play, the understanding, the movement. You understand that this is what we're talking about. This is a great job from the coach and from the NFF for us to see beautiful young Flamingos going further, and a semi-final spot is my goal. Definitely, they are going to make it to the final.
That the semi-finals, according to Mr. Jeffrey, is his target for the team. All right, let's go on this short break. When we return, we will be moving straight to the foreign scene, where it's all about the UEFA Champions League. Don't move a muscle. Sport on Signature Television makes a return. All right, welcome back to Signature Television. This is Signature Sport, and I am Franklin Imuna. Welcome to the second half of the show. All right, just like we did promise that when we return, we will be moving straight to the UEFA Champions League. And the UEFA Champions League is where we go. Yesterday, it was the return of the 2024 UEFA Champions League final between defending champions Real Madrid and German giant Borussia Dortmund. Just when we thought it was a revenge mission for Borussia Dortmund, one man who has been tipped to win this year's Ballon d'Or had the final say, Vinicius Jr. And Mr. Jeffrey, you saw the game yesterday. Real Madrid once again without a central defensive midfielder showed that they have class in all departments. We must give it to Vinicius Jr. as well as Carlos Ancelotti's team. 5 goals to 2, it ended.
Absolutely. Kudos to Carlo Ancelotti and the boys, Vini Jr., the young, mesmerizing player, talented player, a textbook player. I call him the Chronicles, because in this time of football, it reminds me of Ronaldinho, the Assis Bucho Moriaria. I'm telling you, this is a phenomenal player, a player that is having a target and a goal for himself. You can see this, the second goal, the fitness level of Vinicius Jr. You can see the workout. It's really exceptional. It's beautiful to watch. This is joy in the heavens. I'm telling you, this is football. I love football when you see such talented players trying to decide and dictate the game. Vinny Jr., Bexio is a mesmerizing player. He's an amazing player. But I fault Borussia Dortmund. I told you, Borussia Dortmund, you cannot come into the Bernabeu getting 2 goals as of around 50 minutes, and you want to sit back. Why playing in a 4-back line and going back to a 5-back line? Why? What are you trying to gain? This is Santiago Bernabeu. This is a home of heritage. This is where football speaks. Champions League is their home, their football, their heritage. You cannot sit back in the Bernabeu and you want to get results. You come out and play football. You keep pushing consistently in attack. I don't know why you...
Mr. Jeffrey.
He's showing the
All right, aside the game of Real Madrid that went down yesterday, Arsenal also were in action, as well as Aston Villa. Unai Emery's team was a winner in that game, 2-0. It ended against Bologna, and for Arsenal, courtesy of an own goal, they were able to get that much needed 1-0 win against Shakhtar Donetsk. Quickly, Mr. Jeffrey, later tonight, Barcelona against Bayern Munich. What's your take?
Muller is back into the new camp. You know what is going to happen. Barcelona. It's going to be a thrilling game. Barcelona on the top form, Bayern Munich too on the top form, but Barcelona at home is very, very tricky. This season, Barcelona is on another level, but I just can see both teams to score. That's what I can see. But for me to give you a full prediction, there's a heritage against Barcelona for Bayern Munich. So But based on the form, I see Barcelona taking the game based on form. Based on form.
Jeffrey, you see Barcelona taking this one, but fans all over the world, especially fans right here in Abuja, have not only questioned the Champions League for this season, but particularly their questions, or rather still, their confusion lies in the new format of the Champions League. Let's take a listen to some sports fans who actually expressed mixed feeling concerning the new format of the UEFA Champions League.
This Champions League na confusion they just bring. How they go to play Champions League? Go see table like normal Premier League match or La Liga match. Which kind of Champions League with that one? Normal Champions League we get 4 groups. We get group. They divide them group by group. Then they play home and away. Which kind of Champions League this way them bring? No home and away. You go just go play one random team. Come go play and just play and blah blah blah. Which kind? But this one, if you come your home, you get your point. You go another. But this I know this Champions League. Maybe they just bring our normal Champions League back. I know like this one. This one I know to even gamble this one self no even dey my mind. I don't this one na trash, I swear. This Champions League no make sense at all.
I like the old one because the old one get advantage. The advantage is that home and away, if that you can lose for inside away, if you reach like Chelsea now, if Chelsea want play with Bayern Munich or Barcelona, Barcelona fit beat Chelsea for home. If Barcelona come to Chelsea home, Chelsea can beat them. So that is they get advantage to remove Barcelona because of away goal.
You can imagine Aston Villa beating Bayern. You get it's because of fatigue. You think for me, that's my judgment. Bayern just finished playing tight match, okay? Now they will play Aston Villa, now also play Barca again, now go back and play their league match, play their league club. The aim is actually good for them to play so that it's more competitive, but then the sweetness of the leagues will not be there. You understand? Because they will play with stress. Not all players will play this match, you get. Now imagine Chelsea are playing Champions League. They have played Europe. In Sunday. They will not play Champions League, probably maybe big club. Okay, now come and face Newcastle again. The players will not be giving you the best because you as a coach must play all of them so that you must win. You get, but if they are resting, they are shuffling, they are playing, you see that the form. Less injury will be minimized.
Hopefully, the previous format of the UEFA Champions League will be brought back according to the fans. That is their clamor, but it's going to be a long way. As we have not seen the new UEFA Champions League format, we just have no choice but to deal with it. Mr. Jeffrey, you are there. Quickly, as we round up the UEFA Champions League, in few seconds, is it a yes or a no for the new format of the UEFA Champions League?
It's a yes. The only problem we have is fatigue. That's just the cumbersome numbers of matches the teams are playing. But it's a yes. We need change. We've been there for a long period of time. We've been playing the same pattern for a long period of time. We need change. Because when it comes into the knockout stage, they will still understand that it's almost same process. But we need the Champions League to be more refined and very, very technical and younger teams could be able to get something out of it. So it's a yes for me. It's a yes.
All right. So before we wrap up this edition of the show, this other half, let's quickly talk about tennis, where we hear that Belarusian Aryna Sabalenka has now dethroned Iga Swiatek as the new world number 1 according to the new WTA ranking. The 26-year-old won 2 of the last 3 Grand Slam of the year, and she has been in blistering form. Little wonder her poiseness as well as her excellence in the court has earned her this new ranking. Should we say congratulations to Sabalenka, or you think that Coco Gauff, or rather the Iga Swiatek, might just dethrone her come couple of months?
Congratulations to her, actually. But in the women's tennis now, there's a lot of a diverse play. It's not a consistent level. The girls are really working hard to become one of the best in the sport. So it's a congratulation, but I believe that the Swiatek Coco Gauff, they are going to come back for that title and that crown.
What can I say but thank you to you, Mr. Jeffrey Obrigado. Always a pleasure when we talk sport on Signature Television.
Thank you so much, my Uncle Fine Boy, the greatest of all time. Thank you so much.
All right, that was Mr. Jeffrey Obrigado as he joined as he discusses sports with us. All right, let's go on this break. But when we come back, we will be talking about grassroots football, its challenges, especially from a coaching view. I will be joined by a seasoned grassroots coach in the person of Coach Muhammad Mikhail Ajiji. We will be talking about grassroots coaching and its challenges. Don't go anywhere. Signature Sports makes a return after this timeout.